likes do I have? He has so many friends. I hope they take me with them to Cabo. These are the thoughts that we think about when we think about what's going on with social media. Social media is an outlet that our lives as Americans we have allowed to take over our mental health. The reason I chose this subject is because I have children, and I see that my children are so infatuated with social media. Sometimes people forget to do their chores. Sometimes kids forget to do homework. Social media has affected the lives of children, adults, and even the elderly. I have children that also like to use social media all the time. And I've learned that, and reports show that it affects the mental state of 18 to 29-year-olds more than any other age group. According to social media expert Pauline Barnell, our growing and unchecked obsession with social media has unintended long-term consequences on our mental health. As social media continues to become a part of the fabric of modern life, it's called the digital layer, absence is becoming less and less an option. Bailey thinks it's high time we learn to practice safe social behavior before it becomes too late. What are the common triggers? How are they affecting you over time? And how can you create a better and more positive experience online? I'm sure we're all aware of cyberbullying. We're all aware of inappropriate sexual acts that can happen online. A lot of this stems from the first contact with social media. Social media is a great platform, though, for most things. However, according to the research for the Center of Mental Health, the top 3 things affecting college students are stress, depression, and anxiety, which researchers actually found out is directly affected to social media and the amount of time that they spend on it. So you spending all this time on social media, it's causing a sort of depression, which then could create anxiety. So it all can be wrapped into one. Even though social media has great benefits, there are also long-term effects that can affect our daily lives. According to the Center of Mental Health again, 90% of 18 to 29-year-olds are on social media and spend at least 2 hours a day on social media. So think of it as a work day. If you're working 8 hours out of the normal work day and we're spending 2 hours on it on social media, that's a very large amount of time, especially for kids that are in college. Overload of social media affects our self-esteem along with our mental capability to handle criticism because we always feel like we're being judged. Social media can be compared to being on a big stage and you have all of these onlookers judging and criticizing you. We struggle with insecurities because we compare behind the scenes everyone's highlight reel. For example, you're always going to get the best person on social media. Now that person may be struggling with depression, anxiety, but they're not going to put that out there for the world to see. So we're always seeing the best of everyone. And that can be troublesome if you're trying to compare yourself to the best of someone else. Stephen Fuckery was on point with this quote as social media has put on us. We are constantly comparing ourselves to others. It happens all the time. We see our friends' highlight reels and we wonder, why can't we compete? Why can't we live that life? Why can't we have what they have? When in essence, we really don't know what they really have because we're getting the highlight reel. Social stressors such as online harassment is the biggest stressor and most common in women in the LGBTQ communities. They suffer from a lot of the social media backlash because they're put into these different categories. Social media is neither good nor bad, as I highlighted previously, but we have to take it into moderation. We cannot be obsessed with others' highlight reels. We can't blame social media. It's not forcing us to be dark. We're speaking about the people who actually make it dark. So in conclusion, we need to recognize the problem and educate our children in our circle about the pros and the cons of social media. We have to monitor what gets into our hearts and lives and determine if social media is really controlling our lives. We have to create a better online experience and remembering our own self-worth, not trying to compete or to be with someone or be what others think we should be. We need to purge the negative posts or people who affect our mental space. We make the decision. We choose who our friends are on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. We make those decisions on who we want to see our highlight reels. We need to determine if that is something that we want to do and that we want to have. Social media is also a tool where we have the ability to choose whether to be happy or to be unhappy. So, in conclusion, social media is great. We love the likes, we love the posts. But as long as we can have it into moderation and we don't get obsessed with others' highlight reels and we use that to affect our life, our mental health will be great. Thank you.